Hi everyone, my name is Dee and welcome to Books and Quirks. Today I'm going to be doing my weekly wrap-up. So these are the books I read this past week. So everything I read from Sunday to Friday today. So the first book that I read I only read 3 books this week, but I really enjoyed all 3. And the first one that I want to talk about is The Girls by Emma Cline. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. It was excellent. I absolutely loved it. This book is sort of a retelling of the Charles Manson cult, but from the perspective of the girls. So obviously all of the names are changed and it's not a complete, accurate retelling or anything like that. But it's basically, but the inspiration came from that. And it's very, very similar to what happened in 1969. If you guys have ever seen a documentary or anything regarding Charles Manson and the girls and the murders, that's what, this book is about. But it's not about the murders alone. It's more about the culture of the cults, the culture of the commune that all of the girls lived in, and it was excellent. It follows one character. Her name is Evie Boyd. She's only 14, but she's had a really rough go of things. She feels very unwanted, very unloved, very alone, and she finds solace in meeting up through different circumstances with this group of girls that lives a very free lifestyle. So in this, like I said, in this book, all of the girls live in this commune. It's a culture where they live very freely. They share everything. They live off of, whatever they can get by either stealing or just dumpster diving. And also it's a very, very sexually charged commune. It's led by a Charles Manson-like character named Russell in this book. I think his name is Russell. And as you can imagine, this is not a book for the faint-hearted. This is not a light book. It's a very hard book to read, especially considering the ages of some of these girls, and Evie, the main character herself, is only 14, and things happen in this book that you would expect to happen in a very in a commune like the one that existed in 1969 with a man like Charles Manson. So I think that if you are intrigued by the events that happened in 1969 like I was, I think that you would really enjoy this book. But it really shows you how vulnerable young girls are. But not even that, the character in this book, as was, the real Charles Manson, it shows you how charismatic he was and how he could manipulate all of those young girls into living the way they did and worshiping him and idolizing him the way they did. It was a really rough book to read in some parts, but I really did enjoy it, and I can understand why this is such a top seller, and I can understand why it's so raved about. So yeah, that was The Girls by Emma Cline. This is the UK cover, by the way. I got it off Book Depository. The US cover, I think, is a lot nicer, and it's a lot more colorful instead of this pastel sort of coloring. Okay, the next book that I read during the week was Authority by Jeff Vandermeer. You heard me talk about last week. You heard me talk about Annihilation, which is the first book in the trilogy. This is the Southern Reach trilogy. I won't go into any spoilers, so you don't have to worry, but I will say that I enjoyed this very much. I gave it 4 to 5 stars. It's not a direct continuation of the first book. The first book left, quite a lot up in the air. And I won't go into the synopsis really, but, last week's video I went into what the synopsis is of Annihilation. What I will say, and this is non-spoilery, is that Authority just focuses more on what the Southern Reach actually is, you know, and you know from the first pages of the first book that the Southern Reach is this government organization that organizes these expeditions and is sort of in charge of researching what Area X actually is and what it's all about. So that's all I can really say about the second book, except that I absolutely loved it. I did order the third book in the trilogy, which is Acceptance. I haven't yet gotten it, so hopefully if I get it this week, I can dive right into that as well. These are not very long books at all, and I think that if you enjoy mysteries and books with sort of a creepy factor, these books would be for you. And the third and final book that I finished this week, only because it was so thick, was the fourth book in the Harry Potter series. I haven't read Harry Potter in such a long time, so this is a reread. I've been saying that the last few videos. I've been trying to reread the whole series because I do love it a lot. And the fourth book I absolutely loved. You know, the first time around, I thought the third book, Prisoner of Azkaban, was my favorite, but now I'm not sure anymore because I think that I liked this one, you know, as much as I liked the third one. So we'll see. So this next month, I don't know about September, but maybe October, I'll dive into the fifth book in the series. So that is all I have for you. Those are the 3 books that I finished during the week. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you next time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.